Hello, dear children. Myself Deepak Bodh. Now I am going to deliver a new lesson with you, which topic is the walls tell stories. In this chapter, we will read about the Golconda Fort, which is situated in Telangana state. TLO of this lesson is to know a historical monument, to introduce children to the techniques, design, uses of metals, water arrangement of earlier time in the fort. And next is to identify the monuments. Overview of this lesson is to know a historical monument, that is its technique, design, use of metals, water arrangement of earlier time. Next is to identify various structures found in a fort like basins, cannon, etc. And third point is architectural wonder in Golconda Fort, that is fountains in the top of the fort, verandas and the garden, etc. Next is fort, museum and their importance. And last one is to identify some other monument of India. This is Golconda Fort. You can see in this picture how was beautiful that fort in that time, and what are the engineering that made up that fort. The Telugu word Golconda translates to Shepherd Hill and has good reason for being named so. A shepherd boy found a sacred Indian idol in the area, after which the then ruler of Kakatiya dynasty built a mud fort commemorating the occasion. The half-ruined fort was named Golconda after the invasion by Qutub Shahi king in 1518 AD. The fort was expanded and made out of granite, stretching to 7 km in circumference. From this time, Golconda became the capital of Qutub Shahi dynasty, dignifying the affluence and legitimacy of the ruler. It means the name of Golconda was taken from the Telugu word which means Shepherd Hill. Golconda Fort is located in the western part of Hyderabad in Telangana state. The fort is built on a 400-foot high hill. The Archaeological Survey of India lists it as an archaeological treasure in its official list of monuments. Set apart from the bustles of the city, the fort has three stretches of fortification walls, one within the other. During the height of the kingdom's power, the walls were raised up to 12 meters and 87 basins were mounted to ensure security. There were 8 gateways with Bala Hisar gate as its main entrance. Seen above this entrance are magnificent carving of both male and female lions and peacocks, the two animals representing security and prosperity. It means Golconda, the wall of Golconda Fort is 12 meter high and 87 basins are made to the ensure security of the fort. There are 8 gates. The Bala Hisar gate is the main entrance of the fort. The design include both Hindu and Muslim architecture, divided into 4 separate forts. The building houses mosque, temples, tombs, stables, reservoir, audience chamber, meeting hall means Diwane Khas, etc. And a magnificent garden which has now lost all its green was said to be frequented by the queens. It means the Golconda Fort includes the 4 separate fort, that is, in building there houses, mosques, temples, tomb, stable, reservoirs are present in the Golconda Fort. What was an engineering? An acoustic effect has been skillfully engineered inside the fort. The edifices in the entrance were erected as such to make the sound of a single hand clap be heard by the guard who stood at the highest point of the pavilion around a kilometer away. This was done to strengthen the security by sending faster signals to the inhabitants of any imminent danger. It means the engineering was such beautiful. If anyone whisper at the any corner of the fort, that can be listened by the security from a kilometer away, and it was to strengthen the security by sending faster signal to the inhabitant of any danger. Another reason which makes this fort an architectural marvel is its ingenious water supply system. The water was raised by Persian wheel and stored in overhead tank at 3 different levels. The water collected was effectively distributed throughout the citadel, including the garden and fountains, through stone aqueducts and a network of earthen pipe using the force of gravity. The water supply system of that fort is very beautiful. First, the water has been pumped by the Persian wheel and stored at different overhead tank at 3 different levels. And in this fort there are 87 basins. You can see in this picture there are the high platform where cannon was placed for the security of the fort. It is the basins. Basins were the high platform where cannon was placed for the security of the fort. What is cannon? You can see in this picture, cannon is a big gun which ensures the security of the fort. Water supply of that fort was such a beautiful that fountain on top. You can see in this picture how beautiful is the fountain at the roof of the fort. You can see the water supply through the earthen pipe. This is clay pipe on the high wall, and this is clay pipe mounted in the wall, and the water reservoir to collect the water in different level of the tank. Now come to the point, museum and its important. You can see the this picture is taken from the Sarnath Museum. And what is museum? Museum is an institution that cares for a collection of artifact and other objects of artistic, cultural, historical or scientific importance. It means museum is an institution which look after or cares the historical things. The importance of museum is, anybody says that history is also important because it allows us to see how we reacted to new and different things, thus allowing us to learn from our past mistakes and hopefully use those lessons to avoid similar mistakes in the present and future. It means the museum tells us about the past mistakes so that we remove that mistakes and do the right thing in our present and future. Now we have to learn about some monument of India which make us proud to be an Indian. First one is India Gate, a war memorial and a famous landmark in Delhi. The India Gate is a famous monument and landmark in Delhi, built to commemorate the sacrifice of 82,000 soldiers of the undivided Indian Army who lost their lives in World War I. The India Gate also capsules the small structure named Amar Jawan Jyoti, which serve as India's tomb of the unknown soldiers. It is impossible not to feel patriotic while walking along the Rajpath, India's most famous road that leads to it. Now this is Red Fort, one of the grandest structure built during the Mughal rule by Emperor Shah Jahan. The Red Fort now serves as the venue for India's Republic Day celebration. A tour of the fort complex lets you in on the Mughal lifestyle and governance during that golden era. It is the picture of Qutub Minar, the tallest brick minaret in the world, need no introduction. Dating back to 1199 AD, the Qutub Minar was once used by the muezzins for prayer calls. Today, it reminds us of the bygone era and how small we really are. The historical Buland Darwaja was built by Emperor Akbar in his erstwhile capital of Fatehpur Sikri in 1641 AD. A trip to Fatehpur Sikri is a window to the Mughal era and the life of Akbar the Great. And this is the Stupa of Sanchi, one of the oldest monument in India. The stupas in Sanchi take you back to the Mauryan Empire dating back to 300 BC. They are fine specimens of Buddhist architecture and have been preserved well over so many centuries. This is built in 983 AD. The statue of Gomteswar is dedicated to Bahubali, son of Rishabhnath, the first Tirthankar of Jainism. It is one of the most popular and oldest monument in the Karnataka. It is the picture of Charminar. The four great minarets of Charminar are the most famous sight in Hyderabad. It was built in 1591 by Muhammad Qali Qutb Shah to mark the end of an epidemic in the city. Today it stands as an epitome of Qutb Shahi architecture and is referred to as the Arc de Triomphe of the East. And while it may have been commissioned to commemorate the visit of King George V and Queen Mary to Bombay, the royal couple had to make do with a view of a cardboard model. The king and the queen never used the gateway of India, but it was formed here that the last of the British troops finally left the Indian shores from It is completed in 1656. The Gol Gumbaz is Muhammad Adil Shah mausoleum. It is considered a fine specimen of Deccan architecture. The four minarets serve as staircase lead to the dome, the second largest in the world. Inarguably the greatest monument in the India and certainly the most visited, the Taj Mahal, stand as an epitome of love, the extravagant Mughal architectural and an era where India was referred to as the Golden Bird. It is Taj Mahal which was made by the Shah Jahan in the remember of her queen Mumtaz Mahal. One of the UNESCO World Heritage Site in India, the Victoria Memorial Hall, is another great example of British architecture. Built between 1906 and 1921, the magnificent building serves as a museum with manuscript, paintings and sculpture from the British era. It is situated in West Bengal in Kolkata. Now remember some more monument. This is Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminal which is in Mumbai, and next is Hawa Mahal, Jaipur in Rajasthan. Second one is Cellular Jail in Andaman and Nicobar Island, and at last Mysore Palace in Mysore. And this is Hampi. It is situated in Karnataka, and Nalanda University which is in Bihar. It is the highest palace. It is situated in Jammu Kashmir in Leh, and at last it is Humayun tomb, Khajuraho temple and Rath temple at the Mahabalipuram. Now I hope you all have learned more about the monument and the Golconda Fort. You must have the knowledge about the our great monument. Thank you.